Okay, so let's go over how to deal with data in our calculators, how to graph it, how to do linear regression. Okay, and I just made up some data here. Let's say that we're doing some science on fishing. Okay, here we have number of days that you have gone and cumulative number of fish caught. Okay, it goes up as the days go up. All right, and we want to do like a line of fit and graph this data. Okay, first we have to enter the data. So you go to Stat, and you go to Edit, and I already put it all in there. Okay, so I like to make L1X because it helps me out later, and L2Y. So enter that data. And of course, usually you're going to have a lot more data than that. Okay, today you'll have not that much more, like 5 more points. Okay, in our next step, we want to get the line of fit for this data. Okay, so we're going to hit Stat again. And then we want it to calculate something. We want it to calculate the line of fit. So you hit the over arrow. Now you're at Stat Calculate. Okay, since it's linear, we're going to hit number 4. Okay, the data should be in a line. Okay, we hit Enter. Then we got to tell it what is X and what is Y. So L1 is X. You could make L5 X if you want. Okay, it doesn't matter as long as you know in your mind which one should be X and Y. Okay, if you go all the way to the bottom, don't do this yet, but if you hit Calculate, it'll do it. Okay, but there's a little ninja step before that. You can get it to store the line of fit in your Y equals for you. Okay, so this is the hardest part to remember, but what you do is you hit Variables, the vars key. It's above tangent. Then you want a Y variable. It is a function, so you hit Enter. And we want to store it in Y1, so we'll hit Enter again. And if you get a Y1 right there, then it's going to automatically place the equation in your Y equals for you. If you don't do that, you have to write it out and then just type it in there. And that's fine too. If you forget this step, that's fine. Okay, then go down here and hit Calculate. Boom. And it gives me my linear regression. Okay, so what does that mean? All right, in my lab, now I'm going to write down my line of fit. Okay, so it's Y equals, and then A, so you guys know Y equals MX plus B. Well, the TI world, they use A instead for M. So that's your slope. So it's 3.5 X plus our Y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to have 3.5 minus 1 for this data. Oftentimes, it's this value that we want, like in today's lab. Okay? All right, so we got that. We go to our Y equals. There it is. Okay? And now we want it to graph it really nice. So we got to set up a stat plot. So you're going to go to Second, Stat Plot. And you have to tell it to turn the plot on. It won't do it automatically. Okay, so you hit Enter. Mine happens to be on already. Okay. We normally do scatter plots, so we don't like to connect the dots. Okay, that's like New York Stock Exchange connecting dots. We don't really do that. Okay, scatter plots. Again, I have my list set like that, so I'm good. Okay, and then I think I can just hit Quit. Okay, or I can go to Graph. All right. Mine graphed it nice and pretty like that. Okay, because my window was already set for this data. Okay, how many of yours look, let's see. Let's go to this. Okay, did some of yours look kind of like that? All right. So to get yours to automatically go to all of your data points, what you do is you hit Zoom, and you go down to number 9, Zoom Stat, okay, and it'll make it look like that, nice and pretty. Okay? All right, questions on that? Everybody's calculator, well, some of them are a little different from that. Like I have some old school calculators that the steps are slightly different. So if you don't know how to do this, just come see me and I'll help you guys out, all right? Hopefully that helps.